Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Today I'm going to be showing you guys something very interesting on Halo 2, and that is a little bit of extra dialogue with Master Guns here at the beginning of Halo 2. So, if you remember, Master Guns is the guy that takes you through the tutorial to Halo 2, basically, at the very beginning on a mission, the Armory. It gives you your aiming test and your energy shield test, and then on this part, Johnson comes pick you up and asks you to get in the elevator with him. It is at this point that Master Guns will basically he'll ask Johnson how he made it back home in one piece, which you'll hear in a second. So, if you listen closely, Master Guns will ask him that question. Johnson won't tell him, and then he'll get mad and say a few things. So listen closely here.
Well, he's in a particularly fine mood. Maybe Lord Hood didn't give
So hopefully you heard that, but as the door closes and you start moving, he says you can forget about your adjustments to your A2 scope, and he cuts off at that point. So, I've always wondered what he was gonna say, and thanks to MB117 who pointed this out to me, we can actually hear what he says after that. So, to do that, we're doing this on the PC version of Halo 2 because we can use Blue Trainer to basically let us walk through walls and stuff. Just a little simple mod tool. And to hear that little dialogue a little better, you actually have to get as far away from the elevator as possible. So, first thing we gotta do is wait for Johnson to actually get in so that the dialogue can be initiated. And then once he gets in and that barrier spawns in front of us, then we just gotta go through the barrier and get far away so that we can hear the full dialogue. Alright, so here's the barrier, and let's get going now, and I'm going to let you guys listen closely.
Sorry, Guns. It's classified.
My ass! Well, you can forget about those adjustments to your A2 scope, and you're sure as hell not getting one of the new M7.
Alright, so hopefully you guys could hear that. If not, don't worry, we'll enhance it in a bit. But basically, after he says you can forget about your adjustments to your A2 scope, he also says, and you sure as hell can forget about getting the new M7. So that is basically a little bit of extra stuff he says, and I'll explain what that means later, but let me play that back for you, just fully enhanced though, so listen closely again.
So, Johnson, when you gonna tell me how you made it back home in one piece?
Sorry, Guns. It's classified.
My ass! Well, you can forget about those adjustments to your A2 scope, and you're sure as hell not getting one of the new M7.
Alright, so that should have been a lot more clear to you guys, but the M7 he's talking about is most likely referring to the SMG in Halo 2. And he says the new M7 because this is the first time in any Halo game they actually use the M7 SMG. However, it's possible he could also be referring to the M7S, which is the silenced SMG that you find in ODST, and also in Halo 2. And the reason why I think he might possibly be referring to this is because the M7, the SMG, could be like standard issue already during the Halo 2 era, and he could be referring to the silenced SMG because that's the new M7. And it's not that far of a stretch that he's referring to the silenced SMG because it actually does exist as a secret weapon in Halo 2 on a PC version. There's a hidden map. It's kind of a hidden map called Example in the map editor to Halo 2. And if you load it into the game, on that map, there is a silenced SMG on the map. And that silenced SMG basically is the predecessor to the one in ODST. It's actually the same model as the one in ODST, but Halo 2 Vista came out way before Halo 3 ODST, a couple years at least. It came out earlier than Halo 3. It came out the same year as Halo 3, but it came out a little, just a little earlier than Halo 3. And the silenced SMG is a secret weapon, basically buried in the game files of Halo 2 Vista. And not many people played Halo 2 Vista, so these silenced SMGs aren't very well known, unless you've watched my older videos, and by older I mean a lot older. But that's beside the point. So Master Guns is definitely referring to one of the two SMGs. You know, he's definitely saying that Sergeant Johnson is because he's not telling him like how he made it back to Earth, which is actually referencing the novel Halo: First Strike. During the events, that's how Sergeant Johnson actually gets back to Earth. If you haven't read the book, I definitely recommend. It's a very interesting. It's a good read, but I think he's definitely referring to the one of the SMGs because you know Johnson probably wanted to try the latest and greatest weapon, and it's possible the Silence SMG was what he was referring to as the new SMG. But that's just my theory, anyways. But he definitely said the new M7. That's the little extra piece of dialogue that you don't get to hear most of the time. So, like I said, just my theory. But let me know in the comments if you have any other theories about what he means by M7. There's no other dialogue past that. Even if I extract the actual audio from the game files, there's nothing else. That's it. So there's no other extra bit of dialogue that you couldn't hear before. But anyway, so like I said, just let me know what you think. And other than that, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. And once again, thank you to MB117 for sharing this with me. It's definitely very interesting. And if you guys have any other things you want to, let me know. Just mention that in the comments. And other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, make sure to hit that little bell icon next to the subscribe button, because that way you can get notified of my latest videos whenever it comes out. And other than that, I will see you guys next time.